should have brought it.
Dude, I just think it'll add more character. Oh, we just started.
Oh, like recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're totally fine.
so I got interrupted.
No.
I interrupted it.
No, you're totally
You're
good.
totally good.
You want to appear?
Now I'm on the movie. Now I'm in on it.
You can. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I thought, is Cal still over here?
No, he went back.
He went back. I didn't see him. Okay, that's what I was checking
Alright.
for, because he's got to start soon.
No, you're totally good.
Alright, let me know if you guys get done so you can run next door.
Okay, I will.
I owe you. You have to do this.
Okay.
Okay, alright, I'll be in the video
Thank you.
later.
Okay.
I want to be in one of the clips.
Okay. Welcome to the Gatekeeper Podcast, episode 2. Which had an interesting beginning. So, all right, Danny. I feel like I have a lot to talk about. Danny was like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about this week. I have a lot to talk about. We'll just start off. Lucas Miller. All right, what's the deal?
I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know how many points he just got last week.
Do
But
we have your phone on you? Do you have, can we check it? Can we
yeah,
check the point system right now?
We'll check the points, bro.
I don't know where mine is. That's okay. Oh wait, I can actually use the computer right here too.
Dude is absolutely nuts, bro. So do you know how many? You don't know how many points he got us?
I'm checking right now. So, global rankings. Let's see here.
I need season 6.
It looks like he's got 79 points in 11 games.
Oh my god.
And if for context, I have 11 games and I have 30 points. So he's over double. Now here's the thing. Last week, okay, we played against him, right? He was playing against the lower tables, right? He played some extra games against me, Andrew, and Drew Moreno. And then everyone's like, all right, next week we're coming back. We're not going to let this happen again, including you.
I wasn't on the same table.
You weren't on the same table. But let's talk about this. Gabe, Ethan, Andrew, and Amador.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
Against Lucas. And he still won. He
Yeah,
still
it's
won a
crazy.
game.
I don't know, dude. Well, Ethan had to leave early, but I still don't know if he was contributing enough. You have to stop him. I don't know. I don't know how he plays. I feel like he still doesn't play aggro.
He plays
doesn't-
Raven.
Yeah, no, I know what he plays, but I don't see a play style in Lucas. I feel like whatever comes to him, he'll go for it. I don't think he has his heart set on a specific strategy though, and that's what I think. I've never seen him talk about a strategy. I just feel like
Well,
he just
he
plays
used-
real calm and he just gets his rolls, dude.
He used to be a red and green player back in the day, but now, and so like that made sense to me because he would capture, you prevent the jackpot, you take red, you know what I mean? And then you have the most powerful gate, no one can jackpot on you, that's strong. Now with Raven, it seems like, let's look, how many dominations does he have? Does he have a lot? He has 4 dominations. It looks like he's just taking all the gates. No jackpots. He's got 10 kills, so it looks like he's literally just killing players and then getting
taking their gate, and then that's how he gets domination.
Yeah. And most of those are player kills, so that's like
I was talking to the vet table of last week, and it's so true. Don't you notice how when we play our veteran games, how early is it did somebody become gatekeeper? It takes a while.
it takes a while.
So between all that time, between someone becoming gatekeeper, so many gates are captured for points. Rather than on our table, once somebody has a gate, it's almost like, okay, they got it for the game. Only like one gate though, we attack or something.
Yeah, the gates don't transfer as well.
But like, yeah, it's like a stalemate, and with them, it's just like a constant transfer because they have to have a strategy. So when they become gatekeeper, they're set. Our tables, it's just like Brandon will go for center if he has green and blue. He doesn't care. He literally doesn't care. So yeah.
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna take a pause here.
That's crazy.
Okay, so.
And then I don't even want to talk about Brandon from last week, dude. We got owned.
Okay, so let's talk about our table. So the lower table, this was my breakout performance. I scored like the most points I ever had, but I still didn't win. And then the whole time, Danny was like upset at me. Let's talk about that.
Dude, let's talk about that. We have to start implementing these. Like the knocking was happening on the vets table. I think like when we made the knocking at your house, that was a good idea to end turn.
Yeah.
And that's just like something that helps the game out. What's been a rule since the gatekeeper time is that they announce what they're going to do before they do it.
Okay.
I want to know why you think it was valid when you didn't say a word but roll for it. You didn't say a word.
So you're talking about the dragon roll.
Yeah.
So okay, so I did a dragon roll, and I didn't say I'm doing a dragon roll. But what I did do, this is what happened. I made it my intention that I was thinking about doing a dragon roll. I looked at the card and then I rolled my dice, but I did not say it out loud that I was rolling for the dragon roll. But my honest intention was that was my dragon roll. And so I just was playing on the basis of like the honor system of like, if you did the same thing, I would have let you keep the roll.
Right, and that's why when it was a decision for me to vote and I could have taken it away, I let it go. Because you're right, it is an honor system. You had 3 dragons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, he was going for it. But at the same time, the reason it's a problem is that because if he rolled and he didn't like the number, he could have
backed out.
He could have easily backed out and said, I'm just rolling the dice. And that's why there was a problem with me because...
No, you're right. That's so true. But I swear to you.
Yeah, but it was valid though. Like I said, he had 3 dragons. It was a time where he needed to turn in that dragon roll to try to turn the game. And he did. So that's why it was kind of valid though.
Okay, but it's okay. Let's talk about this part of it though. Like you were kind of saying like, you're like, talk to me, bro. Like,
okay, so this is the thing. As 2 vets versus Cal and Brandon, we kind of we both had not a great start. So
did they both win?
Cal won and Brandon won. We got owned by like straight up a rookie and an upcoming like Terminator, bro.
And it was kind of on our own.
So listen, but this is what I'm saying. I wanted you to talk to me because, guys, if you weren't,
no, you're right.
We had to communicate right there because not only were the reason why I was saying that is because, guys, if you guys haven't been watching Brandon, and I don't think the video was on Brandon on Tuesday, he is a force to be reckoned with.
He's good. It's not
Dude
like we got
like,
beat by people who aren't good.
Yeah,
like Brandon and Cal know what they're doing, and Brandon knows. Like he studies the rules.
Bro, he does study the rules, and not that, dude. He gets his rolls, bro. There's no luck when
he's
he
not
rolls.
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid of the roll, and that's why I wanted to talk to you during the match, because, dude, you were playing scared.
No, I was definitely playing scared. So
and, like,
here's my thing.
I don't think he noticed it.
Here's like what I've realized. Like my big thing that's been happening to me is I have been not winning, and the reason I haven't been winning is I don't think I've captured the center one time.
How many times have you died?
I have
Unless
died.
we don't have the stats for that.
I don't have my deaths, but I have captured the center 0 times in 11 games. So this is what it is, right? Cal had a couple stockades. I was
No, he had all 5 stockades, dude.
Yeah, he did all 5. I was worried about Danny because he was playing the Raven, and I just was worried about him. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried about Danny. I was worried about Brandon, right, with the Paladin. I was worried about everyone, dude. I didn't feel safe the whole game, and so literally the game before I had 8 health, and Brandon literally went for Elden Roll, double Dragon Tournament.
Yeah.
Who does that, dude? I know that you can do that because he misses, but here's my thing, dude. Like, I don't even want to do it sometimes because I'm afraid if I go for the Elden Roll, that the next player is just gonna take the deal to damage and do it to me.
Literally, what I did at the start of the game was go for it, didn't get it. Brandon literally did it to me.
I know.
Dude, but Brandon isn't afraid to go for the deal 3, bro. He will lose his turn, and he does not care.
No, it doesn't.
And that's what I'm saying.
Dude, it's terrifying. I can't play
Dude,
a nemesis.
So what I'm saying is, last week we
A
had
menace.
a chance to kill Brandon so early in the game, and all you had to do was keep dealing 2 to him each turn.
I know.
Or go for the deal 3, and if you didn't get it, I got it next turn, and I could have knocked him out.
Here's the thing. I was trying to play politics, and Brandon did not take the.
Brandon doesn't take.
He doesn't
politics.
play
care,
politics.
bro.
He plays the game.
Dude, you can literally.
He doesn't care. He'll literally kill you, a new player right off the bat, and be like, "Sorry, bro."
Yeah, he just like
Doesn't even care.
He has no he has no remorse for human life. Dude, it's crazy, dude.
Insane player. I don't know how to deal with it.
And that's why he's he's actually, listen, he's a great player, but I take it personal because me and him went at it to go into the semifinals and finals. And it was a great game. Like, you know, he kind of targeted me first, but it kind of backfired on him. But ever since, there's just like
it
that.
was kind of a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game though. But dude, I know he has it out for me, and he doesn't say it, but I know he does.
Dude, so no, the rivalry is good, and I'm glad. Well, and so okay, so there's a couple things. First of all, my first Dragon Roll, I killed him, so that was kind of bitter. I feel so again. I feel bad. I'm an emotional player. I feel bad. All right, the only time I'm not emotional is in the finals, right, or in a tournament. That's the only time. So this game, I was feeling emotional, dude. I had 3 gates at multiple times. I could not get Gatekeeper. I could not because I kept going for the 4th gate and I'd miss it.
Yeah.
But what I needed to do is just start lowering center and take center. That's what I just need to do. Because at the end of the day, right, like if you don't take center, you can't win the game.
Okay, but dude, you had 3 gates, dude.
And I should have been dealing my damage to Cal the whole time to get rid of his stock gates. But I'm just playing silly because I'm worried about you taking my gates. All I had to do though is go for center and then win some battles against you, and I would have been fine. But it would have been like, instead I decided.
You played scared, dude.
I played scared. I got killed.
And 11 games in, it's just not the way you're supposed to be playing. You know, if you're down bad, like I said, guys, I made an analogy about like the casino and stuff. When you're down bad, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but Steven, like he said, he's got 11 games in, 30 points. I don't know what number he is on the leaderboard. 7, which isn't horrible.
No, it's bad when you have 11 games.
Yeah.
There are players above me, including you, who have less games.
The thing about Gatekeeper is, yeah, it's a risky game, and if you don't have, you know, if you don't have it in you to go for those risks,
yeah, you have to take
and
risks.
the game is for risk, then you won't.
Right, and you know what?
Know what I mean?
That's what we were talking about last week. We were saying how Andrew plays calculated, like there's no risk involved. Right?
Yeah.
And that's how I played, but for some reason that's not working this season.
No.
You know what I mean? The calculated. Now Andrew's doing better than me, but the calculated gameplay is just not it for me, dude. I don't know what.
Well, something we need to address here.
Not to say it's not calculated, but the point is like taking a risk is part of the calculation, and usually I won't take any risk at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I want to talk about how we talked about maybe 40 minutes of the Dova card last week, and then you proceeded to absolutely butcher it.
Butcher it is a strong word.
You butchered it hard, dude.
Dude, I scored the
You
most
died.
points.
You were the first one dead.
But I scored the most points that I've ever scored this season.
Which is how many?
In 2 games, let's see here.
No. Yeah. All right.
In 2 games, okay, so I have 30 points now. If I'm not mistaken, I had 18 points before, so I had 6 points per game.
You did not get 6 points
Am
when
I
Brandon
wrong?
killed you.
I
Yeah,
must be
you
wrong.
must be
Yeah, I think
100%
I'm
wrong
wrong.
because you died early and you didn't capture anything.
If I go down to the bottom here, my second game, I won't do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I know that's the wrong player. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. I had 7 points in one of those games.
Because
I had 2
Well, it
kills.
was the one with Kyle. It was the one where you.
Yeah, I had 2
had to
kills,
been.
2 dragon rolls, and like 4 gate captures. So I actually had 8 points.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I think I did have.
You
6
killed
points.
Brandon. You killed me with the dragon roll, and then
I think I
Yeah.
got 6
Okay, so that was fair though, but I don't feel like that was the Dova card. But that's what I'm
No,
saying.
that was the Dova card. The thing was though, here's and I was gonna mention this. You countered it strong because so the first game I got poisoned by you, right, which got me killed, and the second game, you took both the deal 3 damage and my backup land, take the green health dragon. You took that one, so I couldn't become a jackpot player. I couldn't be a killer player, so I had to be forced to play a stockade player, and with the conjure stockade dragon. And it's just not as strong, and it's harder to take center, and that's where I was. You see what I'm saying? So the problem is that I had that podcast with you, and then you were the one to counter me.
No,
Both games.
Not really though. I just feel like if you're going to play the Dova card, you have to realize that you got a first dragon, and I believe your first dragon was the poison dragon.
No, that was me. That was Nate.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No.
I didn't take it.
You didn't take.
And the first game I didn't play Dova. The first game I played Penguin.
Oh yeah, you did.
Which is a new card, by the way, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, which is fire. It was actually pretty good. The
We'll
passive is kind of OP though. It's crazy.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But So second game though was my only game as Dova, right?
But
or
I'm
did
saying,
we play 2?
Yeah, yes.
We played 3 games.
You played 2 with Dova. I'm pretty sure you played 2 with Dova. You
Okay,
played
so
Penguin and then 2 Dova.
Because we played 3 games.
Yeah, we did.
So I played two Dova games. So I scored 12 points overall in 3 games. That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
For not winning, that's good.
That's not.
2 of the games was Dova. I scored most of those points, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I remember you poisoned me one time. Both games, the first when I got poisoned by you, Brandon had the deal 3 damage dragon.
Yeah.
And I don't know if someone had the gain 3 health dragon already, but I think I took the Conjure Stockade dragon because I already had 2 gates. My plan was to use my 2 mana to give myself a stockade and go for center. So I was gonna grab 2 stockades with 2 gates, take center. But I got poisoned, which got rid of all my stockade, and then Brandon killed me with the deal 3 damage dragon.
Well, dude, you
Do
know
you see how
okay,
insane
but
that
you
is?
know how it is, dude. If you load up on 2 stockades, probably like 3 or 4 rotations in, that's an immediate target on your head, bro. Immediate target.
No, you're right.
So that's why I did when I captured the black, I put it on you because nobody else had a stockade.
It was
and you had 2 already.
That is happenstance, though.
So this is what I'm saying. If you're gonna play the Dova card, the first dragon, whether you need it or not, you need to get the red dragon. Because you never know where you're going to need it or when you're going to use it. And that has to be the first. Because since I took it away from you,
it does.
You could not be a killer.
You could take the green one just fine. If you take green and you have your mana left over, then you can very easily...
Yeah, but that takes
get
turn.
helpful.
Deal 3 is just like... And you can do a DD... Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying the game 3 is probably better than people think it is, but nobody uses it. But yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, so that's how I was able to counter the Dova. And, you know what I mean? Like, if there are some unexperienced players, which there was a lot of lane shifts that were there. But I know with my gates, I was only putting them in ways you couldn't get to them. So it was like, you know what I mean? That's how I countered that Dova card.
Yeah, I agree. And Cal had blue at some point, and he was putting up, but I don't have a bonus on blue.
Yeah.
So it was tough. There was
Yeah, that was the
portion,
only one you don't have a bonus on.
There was a portion where I missed like literally 4 lane shields in a row, and I rolled 1s
Yeah.
and 2s, which is insane.
Where's Brandon on the leaderboard? I have to check this out, dude.
Brandon Rempus is number 10. He's got 18 points in 5 games.
Okay.
But one win, and that was against us.
Dang, dude. We have to stop Lucas. I feel like we have to play with Lucas, but I do like the...
Lucas is gone, dude. He's going to college now. He's not gonna be back till the end of the season.
Oh, really? He's done?
He's not gonna be back till the end of the season. He comes back.
God.
I don't know if he even comes back when he comes back, but when he comes back, maybe he'll be in the grand finals, perhaps.
Okay, so let's address this then. Are we in
Dude,
mid-season? Are we in mid-season right now?
Right now we're mid-season, dude.
As literally the first month of Gatekeeper restart, and we're already mid-season. What do you think about that?
So that's something we gotta figure out. All right, because
It's our first month, dude.
and I actually have to we actually have some serious things to address. So first of all, so on the business side of things, Andrew and I are talking about it. We're like, we want to eventually make money with Gatekeeper, right? We want to sell it to people,
right.
so other people
That's the
can
goal.
play
That's
it.
the goal.
Okay, but to do that, we need to simplify the rules, and we need to streamline everything. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Gatekeeper, really, realistically, I've played, there's a lot of very bad games that are very popular. League of Legends is a good example. You're not to roast. If you're a League player, bro, dude, you were playing a horrible game. I just want to let you know. And I played Dota. And I want everyone to know that that's a bad game too. I've sunk hundreds of hours in that game, wasted plenty of time in my life. It's a bad game. They're not fun to play.
Okay.
But they're the most popular games on computer, on PC, right? And so it's if the most popular games aren't even good, then one thing we don't have to worry about is, can Gatekeeper blow up if it's not good? Of course it can blow up if it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the game itself, it's the business model, stuff like that. So Andrew and I are talking about that. Regardless, though, there have been some murmurs of people complaining about the game. Not necessarily people.
Okay, well then let's
Who are
address
regulars.
those. Let's address those. What have been
Yeah.
some? I haven't personally heard anything. I feel like every time I play, everyone knows exactly what's going on and how to play. I've never experienced, unless it's someone brand new.
So there's a couple things. And dude, okay. So there's a couple of things. One thing is that when one thing that I've noticed anyway, at least in my side of the story, is that I do notice top players will be like, "What do we do in this situation?"
I have
That
seen
happens
that.
a lot,
I've seen that.
right?
Yeah.
So no matter what, that stuff needs to be fixed. Like if you played for 7 years, you know what I mean? I just like murmur like an idiot. If you've played for 7 years, you should not. There should not be times where we don't know what to do. But the problem is like there are some rules in the game that cause essentially it's timing conflicts, because two things will happen at the same time, and we're like, well, what happens first?
Yeah.
So that's something that needs to be straightened out and figured out. That way, when we push the game to the public or make an online game, we can, see what I'm saying, make that easier to.
We can make like an acronym for it. Like, PEMDAS is a thing. That'd be really cool
Yeah.
if we were able to put that into like a system for the game. That way it's easy to remember.
Right. The problem is that if you do something when it's not your turn, so let's say you destroy a lane shield. So I destroy your red lane shield. You do 1 damage to their gate.
That activates.
You can capture that gate the same time I destroy your gate. So what happens first? And what happens first matters, because sometimes the battle could kill somebody. Sometimes, like let's say I destroy your lane shield, you use your 1 damage to destroy someone else. You battle that person, he kills you, he takes your gate. Who am I battling for red now?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
true.
Do I not battle for it because you captured it?
And then if I lose that battle to you, do I even get to do the red like the damage?
Exactly. So these are
Yeah.
conflicts that come up every once in a while, and it's just like in the design, and like I think that those things need to be streamlined. Now, on top of that, there are complicated. The end game does add some complicated rules. All right. So like in the end game, for example, normally when you hit 30 health, you take a gate. In the end game, normally when you get 30 health, you take a center. In end game, if someone already has a center, you take an outer gate. Okay? That's a rule. Now, normally I wouldn't say that's not too complicated, but then take that rule and then also say domination. All right, you get 4 gates, you take center. If someone else is in the center, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's say another rule. If you use Eldament Towers against players, but if they're in the center, you can't use it. And if you're in center, they can't use it against you. See what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that any one of these rules is too complicated, it's all of them together. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, when we, and to be frank, there are very complicated popular games. Like I just said, I play Dota, not really anymore, but when I used to play Dota, the game's freaking hard, dude. It's not fun at all. It's so hard. Like there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
You can't, and it's so funny because, whatever, it's hard. There's so many moves, so many traits, so many things that are happening, and you're like, well, it's horrible if you're a new player. So, in Gatekeeper, right, I think that it's okay that the game is complicated, but I think that if we can make it simpler, right, if we can reduce the amount of rules without changing the game.
That's the major thing. I feel like there's been times where we've actually changed the rule a little bit because we've had to simplify it. Like there's no more freeze board, unless you get it on like I don't even know if it's on.
Yeah, we have simplified it. And
and like you know what I mean. And I just don't want to change. As someone who plays for like 6 years, I've seen a lot of like changes in the game where it's like, okay, like we've changed it. We've made stuff better, and we've made stuff like, dang, like, passing through the gates.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, that used to be fun, and now it's like, we can't do it anymore. It hasn't taken away the fun, though, but it's just like, one of those things where it's like...
Right. So that's the key is like, if we're going to like make the game better, we have to do so in a way without change. Like if we're going to make the game simpler, we can't change what the game is.
Right.
Otherwise, we're playing a different game.
Right.
And so like...
I feel like that's what brings the complications of 6-year vets saying, well, what do we do in this situation? You know
exactly.
what I mean?
So my answer to that is, so what we are going to do a rule overhaul, but we have to be careful, right? So I'm going to throw out some ideas, all right? And so maybe this is a good time. This is a good time to talk about it. Okay. So one idea that might simplify some things, right?
Okay.
When you do an Eldament Tower, you lose your turn, right? So what if Eldament Tower at the beginning of your turn, that way you actually lose your turn?
Or just make a penalty for not getting it. Like, there's 2 damage done to you if you don't get it.
So you could do it at any time, But if you miss it, you
Exactly, and that doesn't take away your mana ability as well. Because there was an instance where I turned in 4 mana, dude.
lose. And you missed out.
I missed the tower, didn't even get to do my mana, and that was 4 turns.
Right.
I didn't lose 1 turn. I technically lost 4.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So instead of casting your mana, you would do your Eldritch Tower, and then you could cast your mana.
But they say you have to turn in your mana if you're gonna go for a tower.
Well, I'm saying we would switch the roles. We would switch the order.
Okay.
So Eldritch would be first, and then you could do. And
Which
so,
that's how I feel like that's how it used to be. You do the
people
Eldo
say
first
that.
and
I
then
don't
roll
think
your
it's true.
tree.
I'm pretty sure we always played. But so this is this is the new idea, right? So now again, everything we're talking about is theoretical. It's hypothetical.
Yeah, it's not
It probably
set in
won't.
stone.
It might. The only reason we're talking about this stuff is because like next season we need to have the rules streamlined. We can't make these drastic changes yet, and if we're gonna push the game out, do a Kickstarter or something, we need to have the rules streamlined. So my thought was this: we get rid of abilities that happen when it's not your turn. Okay, other than poisons.
Something to talk about? No, I don't know. That's
Okay.
something to talk about.
Okay, I'll mention that in a second. So this is my idea. Eldritch Towers first, everything else in any order.
Okay.
Movement, gate attacks, everything.
Mana.
Any order you want, knock to end your
Eldo
turn.
has to go first. Yeah, and you guys don't have to do Eldo is what we're saying. But if you're going to, that has to be the first thing you go for.
Yeah.
That way, anything you do, we don't have to be like,
If you do
oh, well,
any-
this is redone or. You know
Exactly.
What I mean? Yeah.
If
So,
you do anything on your turn, then you can't Elden roll.
yeah, and
So,
plus
like-
you can't even go for an Eldo once you've already, like did your mana or whatever. So it's like that eliminates so many other things. Like if you go for Eldo, you're immediately done. No lay shields.
Yes.
No
you lose
health,
your turn.
no initial bonus or
Right.
turn bonus.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that though. I think that's valid.
And I think it'd be very easy then because we take away the turn order steps. Then there's no stress. Oh, you forgot to do this. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You forgot to do your mana. You attack the gate. You can't do your mana anymore.
No.
No, none of that. Now it's just you do it in any order. At the end of your turn, you can move again. You can bring some back to that movement freedom. Like we'll just allow people to move freely, attack gates freely, knock to end your turn.
Good. No. Okay.
Okay, no. Here's the other thing. The conflict is usually if something happens when it's not your turn. So let's say you get a kill when it's not your turn. The 2 ways to kill someone when it's not your turn is if you kill them with a lane shield bonus, or if you kill them with like a poison. A poison is not that bad because the poison takes place at the beginning of your turn. So you do the Eldritch roll, that poison takes effect. So there's an order there, right? If I poison someone and they die after the Eldritch roll, then how to say this? If I poison someone and they die because of the Eldritch roll, or right, whatever I'm trying to say, I poison someone, they die. At the beginning of the turn, there's no conflicts. That's what I'm trying to say. I like lost my brain for 2 seconds there. Do you see what I'm saying? So that can't cause a conflict, right? There's nothing that can happen. I start my turn, the poison happens first. So there's no way, right? There's no way that I could like try to kill them or something or do something at the same time. There's no way because the poison happens first. Same thing with restoration.
Yeah, but we've had it to what we have right now is poison takes effect after your mana turn in. Am I right?
Now it would happen after your Eldritch Tower. That's
Okay, the problem with that would be, let's say somebody has saved some mana and their card says +3 health. They need that health and the Eldritch Tower health. So if they don't go for Eldo, let's say you're at 1 and that poison's waiting for you. You can't turn in your mana to get 3 and then that takes 1 off. You know what I mean? That means if you don't go for Eldo, you would die without turning your mana in, is what you're saying. And that would suck.
I just thought of another. Well, you go for Eldritch Tower.
Yeah, but let's say, but you're guaranteed 3 health from your mana. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude, but you got to go for the rest. You're poisoned.
I know, but like, would you go for the risk when you're already guaranteed 3 health though? So it's like saying like it takes away.
Well, the other way, I think you still have a saving grace is the point, but you just have it takes a little more risk. The other thought, and two, also green characters need a nerf. If we're being honest.
No.
Green characters like Paladin.
No, there's
Maya,
nothing wrong with like
'cause they have
Brandon
jackpots
did
in
not. No, Brandon did not
play the character.
abuse. Yeah, no, it's not that he didn't play the character wrong, but like, I don't
did.
think it was bad though. I don't
That's
think
because
Paladin
he
was horrible.
wasn't. He's not Andrew McDowell though. Andrew McDowell in Paladin or Amador in Paladin is a force to be reckoned with, and I'm not like.
Dude, it's easy. Just force some Gatekeeper early, dude.
But then what if you have two or three jackpotters? I don't care. Like, it's one thing if you have one character who has green and they're jackpotting. I think it needs to be slightly weaker, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, we'd have to talk about that later.
But seriously, they're like, okay, so maybe it should be like this. I just thought of another issue, right? If you go for Eldritch Tower, let's say you go for, okay, this person's poisoned, you're poisoned. Okay, I'm going to try to kill you because you're going to die after my Elden will attack. So I go for deal 3 damage. I miss. All right? Okay, so I miss. I lose my turn. So then the poison doesn't enact that into your turn?
No. Poison's still coming up on your turn, no matter what. Even if you lost your turn, it's every other turn. That doesn't take away from it.
Every other player, every other...
Yeah, every other turn. It has to deal damage, no matter if someone loses a turn or die or whatever. Like, you're still going to die. Like, you know what I mean?
I was trying to make it simple. The other way we could do it is we could do it at the end of your turn. So you poison someone, at the end of your turn, it enacts. Then the next person goes, the next person goes after that, at the end of their turn. So after they knock, poison X.
I feel like
that would be an easy way to do it too.
The biggest problem when I see a poison die that's not on me is I hate having to take care of somebody else's poison. And what I mean by that is players will literally forget, and it's just like...
No, I totally agree.
And it's just, it gets me frustrated because it's like, dude, you're supposed to be at 2 and I don't even know you're at 2. You're probably at 5 right now, and it's because you haven't been doing it for like 2 of the turns.
But that's just... You know, in the tournaments, we always make sure that happens.
No, and I understand.
I mean?
I'm not trying to take anything away from the poison. I just feel like maybe we kind of talk about to where maybe we just do it to where it was like every turn you get that amplifies the poison. You know what I mean? And that has to that pushes
but it
you.
just do so much damage, dude. The poison's already gets you killed, dude.
It doesn't. I keep that actually to be on your turn to go for dragons. It goes for you can go for an Eldo. You know you gotta have to strategize to go for
death
green.
Sentence. Then dude. You could do 6 damage before it's even your turn. You could be down 6 health.
You gotta do something on your turn to get rid of it, dude.
Dude, I think we have to keep it the way it is, but I totally agree with that problem. No, so maybe what we could do, the best thing I could think of, if we wanted to really simplify it, is we remove it from the game.
No!
But I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that.
No.
I say we keep it how it is. I'm not messing around.
Dude, if something's been there for 6 years...
I think we should keep it. I think we should keep it. I think we need to keep it the way it is.
Dude, I understand, but it is a problem, dude. Dude, every time I play, when someone gets poisoned, it's just like, and the biggest person is Gabriel. I think that's like my biggest person so far. Where he's just like, oh yeah, and then he just takes 3 off of his health and he's like, alright, I'm at 1 or something. And it's just like, dude. And then we all just like say it's like nothing, bro. Like you could have been dead for all I know.
Yeah, no, I totally
So the
agree,
reason I mentioned every turn is that, dude, that makes the poison more serious. Like, okay, now this is actually...
Dude, it's serious already, dude. If I get poisoned, dude, I'm
not if
dead.
you... Listen,
I'm dead.
No, you're not dead. There's so
time.
many ways to counter a poison, dude.
Dude, if I get poisoned... So if I'm playing, you poison me, this exactly happened last
Dr.
week.
Wiggler has a -3 on it.
You poison me, next... It was I went, you poisoned. Then, literally 2 turns later, someone killed me. It's that simple, dude. Because all my stockades were gone, then he went like Elven Tower Dragon, grabbed one for like.
Who's doing that though? Like
that
who's
happens
setting up
all
somebody?
The freaking time.
Okay, dude.
You did it, dude.
I understand. Listen, I know what you're saying. I totally understand.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, it makes it more serious, bro. Like, don't roll a 6, bro. Don't roll a freaking 6.
I rolled a 3. That's the crazy. I rolled a 3, dude. It was too much. I'm telling you.
You could, you should have told, like, you should have killed Brandon when I told you to, and you're like, I'm not getting involved.
I know, dude. It's so hard.
Like, dude,
I'm not playing well.
God, man, nah, dude.
Off.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not. And then you got mad at me when I didn't even get the deal 3 Eldo. So it's like, dude, why were you mad when I didn't get him? When I could have killed him. If you would have done it right, he would have been dead.
No, you're right. You're right. I've not been playing great. I've been playing scared. Okay, he won a game. We should have targeted him. I don't know.
And on top of that, dude, you've made this game awesome in the sense of you have to strategically pick your player, and there's so many ways to counter like different scenarios, and that's what I love about it. Like you pick Dr. Wiggler because you see who else is on the board. There's a lot of black players on, like black. If there's a lot of people who favor the black gate more playing the game, dude,
That's crazy.
you can pick a card to counter that poison. So when you do get poisoned, it's just like, okay, I have something ready for it on my turn. So that's why I'm saying if we make it every turn, it's almost impossible for someone to forget that. You know what I mean? But I do like the every other turn though too. I'm not trying to take away from that, but that's still a big issue that I get upset with. Like, let's say I forget, and I'm usually the one that keeps track of it. They won't do it.
The most, I think, I mean, it could either be we poison someone with a 4-sided dice instead, and then we do it every turn. You lose one every player's turn. We could do it that it only works on your turn, but you lose 2 health instead of 1 health, and we could still use the 4-sided die. A poison with
dude, you know what penalty it? If you forget. You're dead. No, I'm kidding. You're not dead, bro. But like, it's like the ones you forgot. Like, I don't know, man. We'd have to talk about it. We could
just say if you forget, then you lose all the health at the same time. You just lose like all of it right away. He doesn't.
Yeah, dude.
As a penalty for competitive, I think it's fine. I think players can figure it out. But it is one of those things.
You're right. It's not even hard.
It's not even hard. It's not even. Now, again, things can add up in the rules, but that's what we're trying to simplify as many things so that way a poison's not that big of a deal. And if we need to, for commercial, we can poison with the dink die.
No, that's it. I'm done talking about the poison.
Okay.
You're right. No, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to
hold people's hands.
Yeah, I don't want to simplify it for something that's already simple. Dude, if you're poisoned every other turn, take, you know what I mean?
At the end of the
if it's
turn,
like,
you lose health.
When you're in Monopoly, bro, and someone lands on your stuff, you shouldn't have to remind somebody, hey, you gotta owe me money, bro. Listen, I landed on your property, I owe you money. That's the rule of Monopoly. Rule of Gatekeeper. If you're poisoned every other turn, take a health off, bro. And it's just like, come on, man, what are we doing? It's not a game issue. It's a skill issue. It's a person issue, bro.
It's definitely a skill issue.
I don't know what to say about that.
No. I totally agree. Okay, so but seriously, no. There are people. I'm hearing murmurs of people, not necessarily people who play the game on a regular basis. People who every once in a while come, who are like, Gatekeeper's a bad game, it's boring, dude. At a certain point, dude, I watch players come and they can't figure out how to attack you. I'm like, dude, come on, dude. It's this simple.
No, and I think that's where we have to draw the line, Steven, and be like, listen, I'm not gonna have to try to fix my game for 1 or 2 people that don't even come that much and be like, dude, this game sucks.
Yeah,
like, dude, you haven't even been here for the Tuesdays to actually commit to the game. Like, don't get upset if you don't even know the rules, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Everybody who plays, like, we never hear Gabe complain unless like he forgets about a rule and he thought it changed.
And that's what I mean. So we should simplify it so that we don't forget. But then if you're a new player, you're gonna have to learn the game just like any other game. You
just
play
like
Overwatch
any
for
other
the first
game,
time.
You have to learn the rules.
If you play Overwatch for the first time, you're gonna get your butt cheeks clapped. You're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get, and then you're gonna be like, I hate this game. It's boring because it sucks. When to lose games.
The way to fix that, Steven, is it sucks, but we probably have to start bringing. We have to bring a rule book. You have to really
we'll
dial down and figure out the rules of the game, which
and
bring it in.
So, but that's the key though, at the preface, right? That's at like the crux of this whole discussion is like we have two rule sets right now. So we have season 6 rule sets, which has to be streamlined, printed, ready for us to read. And season 6 has turn steps. You know what I mean? There's order. To
which I like.
But season 7, when we get to season 7, just thinking ahead. We want to simplify things as much as we can without changing the way the game is played. You know what I mean? That's still, allow people to be more flexible in their turn, put Eldament Towers at the first, and then, just do the average nerfs and buffs of characters at the end of the season. Yeah. And with that, I think that the game will be in a better spot. But there's here's the crazy thing though, right? If we really wanted to simplify the game and make it easier, then you can use Eldament Towers and Dragons from and against the Gatekeeper.
No.
Dude, I feel the same way. I don't want to do it. But would it not simplify the game?
No, it wouldn't. No, it definitely wouldn't. I like the whole, listen, you got to get your dragons. dragons do affect the gatekeeper in a dragon roll. So it's not you're not saying dragons don't affect it, but dude, no, because I feel like we've definitely listen. We've made it so fair to find ways to kill the gatekeeper. Like when you're gatekeeper and you're watching and you're watching everybody plot against you, you're like, dude, there's so many ways to kill me right now, which is crazy. If you were to add a dragon with a +3, that gets turned in, somebody else goes for a lane shield, that's a +3. It's just like, you'll never survive.
And the gatekeeper win percentages, I'm looking at them, we got like a 60%, 40%, 100%, 50%, 70%. Like they're all over the place. Like nobody is capped. Gatekeepers aren't winning every time. They're at a pretty good spot. Like,
yeah, they're at a good spot, dude.
Who's not winning? It looks like Gabe Frame is the worst at gatekeeper right now. He's becoming, I don't mean to like gas
he's
like
getting
that.
dealt with, bro.
Dude, he's 40% gatekeeper women. Like, let's see, Ethan Miller is 100%. But that's just a test at Ethan, though. It's an attestment to, but he's only won twice, but that's still. And then who else on it? Andrew is pretty high. No, Andrew's 50%. Looks like Amador 75%.
Read the top 7 right now. I need to know the point system right now because I don't know the updated points.
What do you mean?
Top 7 and what are their points?
Lucas with 79, Gabe with 67, pretty close.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Ethan with 52, Andrew with 50, Gabriel Amador with 47. That's top 5.
Oh my god! Dude,
and they all have 10.
We are so far, bro. I got 6 points last weekend because of Brandon.
But if you won 2 games, if you won one more game out of your next 2 games, right, then you're gonna be 12 points up. You'll probably be at like 53, and that would put you.
And that
would put you in the top 3.
Yeah, no, but Gabe's at 67, bro.
Dude, we're getting smoked.
Dude, and I told myself this at the beginning of the season. I was so salty of how you won in the grand finals, where I made it a goal to kill you every game. But dude, now since we're at the bottom of the barrel, dude, I think we got to team up. Well, I honestly feel like we've always had this thing where it's like we'll randomly help each other out. It's not a set. Like me and Ethan, bro, I'm not gonna lie, me and him have this sort of connection where it's just like, dude, we will literally help each other out or we won't attack each other's gates, and it's just a rule between me and him. Like we totally understand each other. You and me, it's just like, hey, listen, like I need help right now, and it's just like, okay, like.
No, right now we need to.
And I think that's what makes the game fun, dude. Like you can make alliances with players, you can have like rivalries, and it's just like right now, if we team up, dude, and start taking I would be so happy to take all these 5 out the top. Right. And if that means you and me have to go head to head each game. Listen to me.
No, you're right.
If we have to kill the rest of the board, and it just leaves up to you and me, I'd be happy with that. That means like, okay, like we've done our job. Now who's the best man wins.
And here's the thing too about Gatekeeper. Politics are allowed. Like you are allowed to team up with people and target people. You are. Oh yeah. So we're allowed to do that.
Brandon gets targeted every game by everybody, and it's so funny.
Brandon,
dude, literally everybody knows, bro. I know he wins, dude. It's because nobody can take his gates when he rolls.
Does he have 2 wins in 5 games? No, 1.
He's nuts, bro. He's 2 out of 5 nuts, man.
Okay, so now back to rule changes real quick. I have an insane. We were talking about dealing damage. Okay, that's what we were talking about. Dealing damage to the center with element towers and dragons. To a brand new player, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that. I think it's okay that it's not, but we have to really consider it because. So if we don't do it, then we need to buff the gatekeeper somehow, right?
I do feel like if the gatekeeper doesn't have 3 stockades, it needs he's dead. And it's not true. Like you've seen me overcome the drastic odds of dealing 6 rotations, bro. Yeah. And it's just like there's a way to survive as gatekeeper if you have the right gates, if you do your stockades, and if you don't roll a 6. There's a huge percent.
Yeah, if you get domination, you're gonna become gate. You're gonna win.
Yeah, if you own the red gate, let's say you own the red gate, and literally that's it. Only have to block the black gate, put your lane shields up for the red gate, and go for green gate. It's really not that hard. You roll a 20-sided die.
The jackpot, dude, is the problem. The
jackpot is a problem. Yeah, you're right. So that's why you take the characters out. Let's say somebody does have a gate.
So you do damage.
Dude, as a gatekeeper with a 20-sided dice, the game is of chance, but you have a great chance of not rolling one. I don't know. That's just me. Dude, you have a special ability to roll a 20 versus a 12. You can kill people. You can go for their gates. You can, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is why in the new season, right? No matter what, we're taking center lane shields out, and we're changing so you can't. Not the gatekeepers. What? You know how when we place.
You take. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So as the owner of the gate, unless you're the blue gate.
The blue gate will get a new keeper phase bonus, which will be a place a stockade on a target gate.
Ooh, I like that.
So that's the same. It's the same thing as before, really.
So does that mean they roll against the keeper or no? That's their keeper attack bonus that they have.
So we were talking about this too. So we were talking about figuring out a way to make keeper. So right now it says keeper phase bonus on the card. Keeper phase bonus sounds like a bonus that you get during keeper phase, but it's not that necessarily. You only get the bonus if you're attacking from the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought is that maybe we should be making it a bonus just to make it once again a way of simplifying, making it a bonus that you can use at any time. Now I understand there could be an issue if you have black and red and you use the 12-sided die and double damage. I get it. So maybe what we need to do is then, if we are going to do a keeper phase bonus that you can use during keeper phase, that perhaps that bonus, the black bonus, is altered or changed a little bit. We've been doing the black 12-sided since season 1.
And I think it's great. I honestly think it's good.
I think it's fine. But black is buffed, given that he can now do an extra 2 damage to the center.
I do like that.
So, but then again, also if you take center and you don't have black and you don't have red, then you probably have blue and green, which means you probably have a stockade, and you're going to be gaining health in your turn.
You're going to die.
You're gonna die. But if you have a couple stockades, you'll be fine for at least a rotation.
No, bro. You're done.
And then you can block.
If you have blue and green, you're done, bro.
Dude, and if you capture, so here's the thing, right? The main thing is if we remove the center lane shields from the defending players, then as gatekeeper you can now capture gates again. Because before you can't really capture gates because, you have to do 16 damage, which is like a 25% chance. You're not going to do it most likely. Now it's going to be backed up that close to a 50-50. You could actually capture gates. So now if you block red with a lane shield and you capture black, now you have 3 of the gates. Now you only have to worry about green. Or if you go for green, you prevent the jackpot, then you only have to worry about black.
It's just important, dude. You gotta set yourself up when you're ready to become gatekeeper, and it's a skill thing. So it's like, you know what I mean. I don't know if we should play around with. I mean, honestly, I'm all for it. If you're talking about specifically just the blue gate to change the keeper, okay, we could try to mess around with that because I understand. Like I don't know, you can't attack. I've never seen someone roll a 6-sided dice from blue to attack the gatekeeper. I don't think I've seen that.
I think we just need to alter it slightly so that it makes a little bit more sense and we don't have to explain to new players, you take the gate, you use the gate's bonus, and then you could use that bonus during keeper phase, but only when you attack from that gate. Like we either need to change the name of it from a keeper phase bonus to keeper attack, which is fine. And then maybe too, if we were going to let the gatekeeper be attacked by dragons and Elderman towers, then maybe we need to let the gatekeeper also use those keeper attacks, which means that he gets double damage if he has red. It means that if he has green, he would gain his health back from the attack, stuff like that. Now that's stuff, it's hard to balance, and the way we do it has to keep the game the same. So although that's a drastic change, the way the game plays should still be the same. The way we write it in, and so for that reason, we might end up just not changing dragons and Elven Towers, and we just might keep keeper attacks for the attacking players. But it's tough to know because we want to make the game more easy for new players to get in, but we just don't want to. At some time, they have to learn how to play.
At some time, listen, if they do like the game enough, and we do make it every Tuesday kind of exciting. Last Tuesday was a flush, bro. It was nuts. Like, the flush was awesome.
Oh, yeah, the flush was awesome.
So it's like, dude, if players don't get excited about that gatekeeper heightness experience,
then it's not for them.
It's not our fault, and it's not for them.
Yeah,
If they come every Tuesday, dude, I 100%, without a doubt in my mind, I know they would understand the game.
Yeah.
If it's a new player, dude, who doesn't get frustrated that they just want to play the game and they want to know right off the bat? I don't want to go through tutorials. I just want to grab my sword and just start, like, doing stuff. So it's like people with gatekeepers, like, they want to use their card, they want to see all these combos and this and that, and it's like, dude, you haven't unlocked that potential yet because this is your first time. I understand the game is a little bit, it's not complicated, but for first time, like, there's a learning curve is the best way to explain it. Apex, dude, I literally got on Apex the first time. I didn't understand it. I didn't like it. I got off.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
I got on again, took some time into Apex. I couldn't get off of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, it's not our fault. We made Gatekeeper fun without even knowing how to play the game fully, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
The game's fun, and you don't even know how to play. Dude's rolling a 6, and he doesn't even know why. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's great. I just feel like that depends on people, Steven, and you have to see that. It's not that we have to change the game. It's not that we have to simplify it for people. If they don't understand that day, we just go through it. We'd be like, okay, this is why you can't do that.
Right.
And that's it.
Well, either way, the game will get simplified for the sake of making it so that veteran players aren't confused at the very least, right?
Okay.
And, we might...
Which is a way you can do that is cards. Just simplify the cards. Gabriel had a question on a card, and it's just like, okay, but he had to come up to you and literally read it. And it's like, what does that mean for this and that? It's just like, maybe we have to make that more like...
Clear on the card.
Yeah, clear on the card.
And so one way I was going to do that, right, is so like... and I'm thinking this for Season 7. I'm thinking that when we use Element Tower, not the lane shield bonuses, rather than doing the bonus right as it's destroyed, you get the bonus on your turn. So imagine this. I destroy your black lane shield.
Okay.
You don't do 2 damage to me right now. You wait till your turn. That way there's no killing people when it's not your turn, and we're having all these conflict issues of, okay, you killed him, but I just captured his gate, so who gets his gate? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's say
and then
a lot of lane shields are destroyed before it's my turn. How do I keep track of?
You hold the lane shields and put them on your
that's true.
spot. And if you forget, tough luck, bro. At the very least, first of all, it's a buff and a nerf, because the nerf is people aren't as afraid to go for your gate, because it means if they capture it, you can't do the bonus because you lost the gate. But on the other hand, if you get 3 lane shields destroyed, you're doing 6 damage on your turn if you have black gate. An extra 6 at the same time, which is a calculated bonus, which means people.
Yeah, but does that take away, Harambe's ability? Like.
Why would that take Harambe's ability?
Does he? Oh, he gets the bonuses. Oh no, that's if he owns it. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So you still. Yeah. Exactly. So okay. So those are so just in the future, right? We're definitely gonna have.
It's not set in stone, but we can talk about it later.
We'll have some changes. One thing we have to do for Season 6, I'm gonna try to do this by next Tuesday, is have the turn steps in turn order solidified. That way, we can get back to playing Gatekeeper without any sort of conflicts. And then, anything that's undecided, right? If there's a lane shield conflict or something like that, we're just going to do our best to play in the order that things happen, and then we will do we'll battle for things, right? That like, you get a stock gate, no one has a stock gate, you battle for it, stuff like that. Just keeping things as simple, trying to keep things as simple as possible. And then in Season 7, we might just rearrange the rules a little bit to make it easier for us to get our friends or new players coming in, and just, make it easier for them to learn the game so that we can get back to the hype. But with that, dude, one thing I was thinking, right? Okay, again, there's some people out there, right, who don't like Gatekeeper. Completely fine. People don't like games. Not everyone likes every game. I think one thing we have had as a problem in our community is we only invite our friends. You ever think about that? Like, we're inviting people who we hang out with in real life. And it's like, we should probably be inviting people who would like games. You know what I mean?
Board games.
Like, think about it. I have my buddy Alex, all right? grew up with him, one of my best friends. I never invited him. I invited him to Gatekeeper, but he's pretty busy. To be honest with you, I don't think he's ever played a board game in his life.
Okay.
You know? And he probably wouldn't love Gatekeeper, so I don't push it on him super hard.
You're right. No, I totally agree.
You know what I mean?
I try to invite, cousins and stuff, and they literally don't ever touch like board games or
They
cards.
never
and they're
touch
just
the
like,
game.
and I get frustrated because it's just like, dude, why? Like, I know how good Gatekeeper is, and like, he's just not interested, and it's just like, it was Andre who came over.
Yeah, Andre.
He figured out, but yeah, it's not that he didn't like the game, he just doesn't like board games. So you're right. I think that we have to start reaching out to an audience that's just like,
right.
We went to Dragon Lair.
Yeah, that's where we got
mean?
Brandon.
Yeah, that's where we got Brandon. So maybe we start going back there and recruiting some more people.
Yeah, we gotta find people who actually like games, and so one of the reasons we haven't done that right is because it's a bit of a vanity thing, right? Where we're like, well, we don't want Gatekeeper to be too nerdy, but at the end of the day, like, I look at my freaking hat, dude. Like, it's nerdy, dude. And
it's not, dude. It's not nerdy. I just feel like it's part of it's bringing the game to life, and I think that's the cool part about it. It's like, dude, what other game do you have a custom hat made for your ranks and your achievements?
Dude, absolutely. Dude.
Come on, bro. Like,
dude.
I don't go to Monopoly, and I've won every year at my family like reunion, and I don't have like a Monopoly banner.
No.
I don't have a banner.
No, it's
that's all. Like, dude.
Do the shirt, dude.
Yeah, like, look at the shirt, bro. Like, we got merch for it, and it's just like, dude, if it makes people want the hat. Like, dude, look at that. You have 3. Like, those are your accomplishments,
absolutely.
bro. You got a star.
I'm absolutely.
It's not.
I have 2 stars actually. I haven't had my hat updated yet.
I feel like just people who don't play board games or people who aren't interested would view it nerdy. Me, myself, as a person who loves the game,
I don't think it's nerdy.
and loves board games, dude.
I'd wear a cape, I'd wear a big yellow cape.
That's what I'm saying. So, dude, check me out. If we just go and reach the audience we're supposed to reach, everyone would love the hats, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. So when we have coworkers, right, and for the people who watch, if you have coworkers who are, a bit, they're into the games, bro, invite those people. Don't invite the person you're friends with who has never played it, who doesn't care about games.
Just watches Netflix all day, bro.
Yeah, no more bum. We can't invite any more bums to Gatekeeper. Like, only like Gatekeeper bros, like people who will bro it out, get hype, like get nerdy with it.
Bro.
Get into the probability.
Get hype, dude.
That's what it's about. And then the other thing too that brings me to this is like we need to start. No, I don't. We already do it, but like I really want to see like, can we really hone in on the hype? Can we like create some more like like can we? I mean, we do it already.
Bro, we do it already.
But I'm just saying, like, with playing now, we're kind of playing in this church here, and it's like, sometimes playing in a public facility is not as hype as playing in someone's basement. So how can we bring the basement?
That is so true.
How can we bring the basement vibes to the sanctuary? Do you see what I'm saying,
dude? And listen, like, this is so out of here, but it's just like that's why there's Dragon Lair. You know what I mean? We would have to have our own building.
I know.
Which is nuts, though. But it's just like, dude, there's a way to customize the building and make it feel like you're not in public, bro. You know what I mean? Like, Dragon Lair, there's like shelves for book and there's stuff to purchase. Dude, if we made a building to where there's couches everywhere, there's TVs, there's like a
building would be insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's the only way to answer the question that you just asked.
And before we write that idea off, is that actually insane? Could we, if everyone paid like $100 a month, right? I know that's a lot. No, hold on. Listen, think about it. Serious. Like, we had like a club membership, right?
Okay.
Right. That $100 a month, you pay rent, right? You get a bunch of people, 50 people paying $100 a month. You get $5,000 a month. Okay. We get ourselves a little building. We put couches in there, TVs, like we have a little fridge in there. We get the gatekeeper table in the center, some gatekeeper table inside. Do you see what I'm saying? It's actually possible.
It's possible, but if you really think 50 people committed into giving into that dream.
Into a clubhouse. But it's not just gatekeepers. It could be a clubhouse or all kinds of things.
I understand that, but think about it. The 50 people that put the 100 in there,
100%.
The revenue would be like, okay, what do I get in return? You know what I mean?
And the revenues, you can come to the clubhouse.
Yeah, that's true.
whenever you want. Whereas like you can't come to the clubhouse. Like for example, now it would be like you can't come to the clubhouse unless you pay a membership, or if you can maybe you get a first time visitor pass or something. But like
I don't know, like dude, it would be awesome if we had like a Sky Zone type of thing. Where like how Sky Zone doesn't feel like not like I'm not talking about trampolines, but dude, like there's so many different sections for different stuff.
No, but hold on. I honestly like I think you're actually kind of on to something. Like obviously, like what you're saying is not easy, but if we had like if I would pay a $50 and maybe not $100, but I'd pay a $50 membership
I
to
would.
a clubhouse where I could go and like
And just come in like some PJs or something and just
and
like
hang out.
Yeah, just hang out with the guys.
Hang out with the boys. Yeah, I don't know.
And that takes away from like everything that's just going on now. You're right. Are like so many people nowadays just like there's nowhere to go for that stuff, so they just stay at home, relax on their $100 video game chair and just sit on it all day. And it's just like there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to be a streamer, so there's like, but it's just like besides that, it's like dude, we're bringing something together here.
We're bringing people together. That's really like the point of Gatekeeper in a sense. It's like at the end of the day, like the game we could be playing, we could be doing any like a game could be any type of game, but like the main thing is you bring people together, you get hype, you build memories, and a lot of us now we hang out outside of this now. People got married.
And they're still coming Tuesday nights, like.
So and you know what? I was thinking about it. If you look at the leaderboards every year, we have grown every year. Every season we've gotten bigger.
Dude, we've had like what 4 tables?
Yeah.
At the start of the Winter Cup?
Yeah, and now we're
there's a lot of people that come.
We're literally for the first time ever we're pushing. Really. Where we're trying to like do stuff. I feel like the potential to like if you think like a year from now or 2 years from now, you know what I mean? It's game. So maybe like that clubhouse idea is one of those things we could put right, dude. A year from now, dude, if we had 30 people coming, we could probably find a place we could, if we had 30 people commit to a $50 membership, we could probably make money with a clubhouse, make money and then use that money to buy couches, make it nicer in there. Do you understand? Or have a little rent. And it could be a spot that's central to Hobart and Portage kind of area.
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be freaking sick.
Yeah, no, it's something to look into. I don't know. It would be sick though. I would love it. Like, I would, dude. I'd go there every day, bro.
Dude, I'd go there every day too. You could give me some keys, dude. You could get people coming.
Yeah, dude. And it doesn't have to be Gatekeeper, guys. Like we're gonna make it into like a game room,
like a boy, like
a boys hangout,
like
bro.
Yeah. Well, not the hub, but okay. So anyway, that's okay. So thinking that kind of brings us into this business side of things, right? Andrew and I were talking about this, right? From the business side of Gatekeeper, where do we go next, right? I think first of all, we got some boards left over. I think we should do a Kickstarter and sell those boards.
Okay.
Think about it. Sell the rest of the Gatekeeper boards. That's big. And then I think.
That is big. Like I said, you have to reach a certain audience.
I think we'll sell the printed boards. So I have custom boards. I'm telling you, I made Ethan the sickest Gatekeeper board.
Oh, did you actually make it already?
Dude, it's insane, but nobody's seen it yet because I have to get the vinyl printed.
Oh, okay.
So I am talking to a guy. He's gonna have it printed for me, or he's gonna give me a quote and get all this stuff worked out. So we'll have that stuff printed. Dude, when you see this board, dude, I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna be freaking nuts.
Do you
think
it's better than Gabe's? Dude, Gabe's is fire.
It's different. It's a different type of board.
Okay.
But I think I like it better. But Gabe's board is really nice, and the Gabe's board is phenomenal.
Yeah, Gabe.
But it's a different style because his is hand painted. This one's done through graphics.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be an avenue. Going forward, right? Andrew's programming the game online. When he finishes programming that, like, what happens to Gatekeeper as a company? Like, does Gatekeeper, do we sell other games with our characters? You know what I mean? Do we like make Gatekeeper cart? I'm just.
Monopoly goes into like a card thing instead of the board.
Well, I'm thinking more like Nintendo. You know how Nintendo, like, they made Donkey Kong, Mario, and they use all their characters? I'm saying, like, why not make, like, we already have 2 versions of Gatekeeper, right? We have the smaller version. We could do the smaller version of Gatekeeper, the Miss Cheek edition. We could do like, I don't know, if Andrew got good enough at programming, you could make little apps like racing games and stuff. I'm just saying, like, it'd be cool.
That's just further down the road. That's like,
Of course,
you know what I mean? Yeah. But
It's
that
further
would be a
down the
great idea. You just have to see how we're doing. Like, first we have to get this board game thing situated, you know? And you're right, we have to start talking to, like, the right audience, bro. Like, we have to start.
Yeah, we do.
Dude, you know what? Gotta make flyers, bro, every Tuesday. And we'll just start kind of promoting those, dude. That'd be fire.
Okay, so honestly, dude, the clubhouse idea gets me hyped, dude. Honestly, I'm glad you said that, dude. No,
That'd be fire.
honestly, it's definitely down the road of an idea.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see, dude, a year.
I can see it.
Even a year from now, dude, because if we found a place that's rent was cheap enough and the location was central enough,
Yeah.
you know, you get flyers, people come out, you know.
Yeah, dude.
We can
for sure.
You can sell cards there. We can sell drinks.
It's like, bro, people go to Dragon Lair, you know, still, and there's only like, you know, there's just tables there. I'm not trying. Dragon Lair is a great place. I'm just saying, dude, if we would put couches and like furniture and TVs in there, it's like, how do you not want to go there? How do you not want to go there, dude? Just like, you get to bring your friends and play with other guys. Like, let's say like you and me are good at Super Mario Bros. And these other random people just walked in, and now we have a rivalry going every Tuesday. Or let's say, you know,
well, that's how too. If you put the switches in there and stuff,
dude, we can make it totally boy-proof. Where it's just like,
but it's just the main thing right now is just like,
which girls are invited too. I'm so sorry about that. I keep saying the boys,
girls,
but it's just like
clubhouse, but it's for the boys, by the boys, and girls can be there too. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see I don't know. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, it's just one of those things, right? It's like when we say the boys, we don't really mean like men.
We just mean a good
it's an
hangout.
energy. It's an energy thing.
Yeah, it's an energy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, there's some girls that have come to play Gatekeeper, like, you know,
dude,
in the past.
I haven't seen one that just goes like, I need a six.
Dude, what about Emma, dude? Remember Emma?
Oh yeah, Emma was lit, bro.
Oh my god, I actually,
yeah.
Dude, and I don't know if you've been looking at the feed, like the shorts that I've been posting, dude. So I schedule them out. So we have them scheduled out for the next 10 days. When the last one dude, wait till you see the last one. I haven't posted this clip before. I found out on my computer, dude. It's Andrew's 0-0, bro. When he rolled the first 0.
Yeah.
He didn't get the second one, but the first one is nuts. And there's like Anna and Emma and Kenzie are all there.
And
they all got hyped. It was crazy. I don't know, it's a lot. Okay, so going forward here, right? I just wanted to I feel like we've kind of like talked these points into their own out of their own momentum, right? And so I think we're coming to a good point. I'm trying to think, is there any other thing we want to go into right before we kind of close this out?
Guys, please try to make it next Tuesday. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, come on Tuesday.
It's gonna be really hype. I'm sorry if we, you know, the game does not take a lot to understand. If you guys come every Tuesday, it only really takes one Tuesday to understand the basics of the game, and that's all you really need to do to win the game.
Yeah.
We do help you out, even though it's a competitive match. We help you guys if you're new, anyways, to try to win the game, because that's our goal anyway. It's not that we just throw you into the fire and just wish you the best of luck. Like, no, we'll help you guys out. And yeah, just be like you said. We're trying to make it grow more. So if you guys could please tell other people about you know, the board game and stuff like that, that'd be great.
Yeah, and then you know what? I have one more thing. The cards, dude. That's what I want to.
Oh yeah, tell them about
last thing. Okay.
The penguin's fire though. I do like.
So we came up with a couple new cards. Let me grab. Now one of them already got banned and needs to be reworked.
What?
Yeah, dude, you weren't at the table, but the Lord.
Oh, that's right, game rules.
The Lord of Light, yeah. Dude,
Yeah, no, dude, that's nuts, bro. For one mana, too, I don't know why you made that.
Dude,
like, that's
I'm
crazy.
a goofy goober, bro.
So
we got first of all, let's talk about Lord of Light, and then we'll close out. So we got the Lord of the Light here. 1 mana, stockades are invulnerable this rotation. I don't know what I was thinking, dude. All stockades, dude, just nobody can die, dude. That's really it. And then he has this ability.
Crazy,
he has this ability, dude, is Aegis. Any damage that's done to him, if he loses any health, he can deal it back for 2 mana. No, that's fine. But his passive allowed him to deal more damage to himself. So his passive said, like, if you lost health, I can give you my health so that I can deal even more damage to somebody. And that was too much.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. What do you mean? Okay,
so let's say I have 20 health. I have 20 health.
Okay.
I lose 10 health. People are attacking me. I lose 10 health.
Okay.
You lost 5 health. You lost 5 health. I can then give you 5
You just
health.
lost 10. Oh, okay.
And then that count, now I've lost 15 health. So now I can do 15 damage to someone.
Wow.
That's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's cool, but I think we're just going to keep it. For 2 mana, he can deal damage back to people. Whatever damage is done to him, he can deal back. So if you
I feel like that should be more than 2 mana, though. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy.
2 mana is fine, dude. Because think about it like this.
Oh, if
You
somebody like
just don't do damage. Just don't do damage to him. You know what I mean? You poison him. That's no big deal. Dude. You poison him. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just are aware.
Okay, wait, I don't get it. Okay, wait. I did 5 damage. Let's keep it more shorter. I deal 5 damage to you. On your turn for 2 mana, what can you do?
5 damage to you. Or to anyone else.
But has 5 damage been taken from you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've already lost my health.
Oh, okay, so you can still choose to
So essentially, don't deal a lot of damage to me unless you were planning on killing me.
Oh, okay. I like that. I really do like that. Okay.
That's what I'm
as long
saying.
as they're losing health as well.
Right. But we had to ban it because of the stockades being invulnerable.
Yeah.
Then we have Jet.
Jet's cool.
Jet's a cool character. Essentially, Jet.
Explain it. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically he's like a all-around gate attacker. Okay, he's got a fly, all right, he moves and he spawns. He's got the 1 damage to outer gates. So for 1 damage, okay, this is the coolest thing, right? So for 1 mana, he can deal 1 extra damage to gates, all right? What that does is it adds 1 damage to any attack he does to gates, all right? So when he does a gate attack, it's +1. But that also means, for example, if he were to destroy the red gate and it says deal 1 damage to outer gates, that adds 1 to it. So that means you're doing 2 to all the outer gates.
Oh, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if you destroy a gate, his passive, you may deal 1 damage to a target outer gate. So then if you spend the 1 mana, you destroy a gate, you don't have to capture it, you can do an extra 2 damage to the other gate. So basically what this character does is he does damage to gates and tries to capture gates. But he's got no way to gain health. He's got no way to deal damage to other players. So basically, this is the kind of player who, you have to be careful because people are going to be gunning for you. Yeah. If you capture a lot of gates, you're the target for kills. People are going to try to kill you. They're not going to try to kill me, who has nothing. So they're going to try to kill you. So that's a big deal. And you just want to be. It's just an overall good character, and I like the art for it and stuff like that. Maybe I'll show it up here. Anyway, now last character, the Penguin.
Dude, we gotta talk about that, dude. Come on, bro.
Okay, so
passive is crazy.
The passive, the slip and slide. I don't know if anyone can see this. I know he said it was in 4K, but the passive is you can move through gates that you don't own once per turn. Okay, now it is very strong.
It's very strong, dude.
Season 7, I think definitely if there was a nerf, we could make it 1 mana. But the fly ability is you can move to any spawn, dude, for 1 mana. So technically, it's a weaker ability.
Yeah, but that's a passive. I have to spend 1 mana.
I know. I'm just saying, like 1 mana for this is.
You might as well make it a fly.
I might as well make it a fly, and then you have other abilities that aren't that strong. Like he can't kill anybody. He can't gain health. He's just an attacker.
Okay.
And he can't do a ton of damage to gates. He can do 2 damage. He's got one of his abilities is dedicated to taking center, right? He's got a snowstorm, all opponents lose a turn. Okay, but not gatekeeper. So the only real reason to use that is if you're gonna get 2 turns in a row, right? So much maybe that helps you take center, stuff like that. So it's like it's like one of those abilities you might never ever get to use. And I lost with him because what happened is I just lost. If you're going for gates like that, you're gonna lose some battles and then you're dead.
Yeah.
So you have to get green. He has no green bonus. It's tough.
For sure.
So
okay.
I think it's fair for now. Maybe we'll nerf him next season. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably play him the next couple matches. But as for now, Lord of Light is vaulted. The Penguin is in the game,
it's gonna be really interesting next Tuesday. And that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in, and hopefully you guys are able to come. Like I said, make it next Tuesday, and This was fun.
Yeah, make it Tuesday. Let's get hype. All right, that's been Gatekeeper Talks. Stay tuned next week. I think we're gonna have a guest next week with us, and we're gonna be. Let's just say. I mean, I don't really know who's gonna be here, but let's just say it's gonna be crazy. All right.
Okay. All right.